Media solutions really grew out of my frustration, out of 20 plus years in the impact space, really wondering why we aren't moving the needle on impact. So Plus Media's tagline is "Don't just watch, do." So now, as the founder and CEO of Plus Media, I'm sorry that Sarah couldn't join us this afternoon, but we aim to scale impact to mass audiences. So we found two big problems to this effort to scale impact. There's a disconnect between the awareness raising that we are all subject to every day, whether it's in media, print, visual, otherwise. There's a disconnect between our inspiration and the ability to actually take action. And then there's also another issue, because we have no way to really measure the impact that's happening if we do take action. So the content producers aren't really sure, what do people do after they watch our stories? So we know there are three solutions to this. One is to provide immediate actions when the audience is inspired. Two is to have a library of solutions that are curated and vetted for best impact out there, like the companies that Ignite highlights. And three is having the data that shows that these solutions and audiences are actually doing something. So when we talk about immediate access to action, I'm going to ask you, think about the last time you watched a great film or documentary. We're using Inconvenient Truth here because most people have seen that. And think about what could have happened if, when we all watched Inconvenient Truth many years ago, we could have taken action immediately. And we could have taken action to things that you could invest in, donate to, volunteer. We could have really had a game changer right there. So that's what Plus Media does. We allow audiences to take action right at the moment of inspiration. The other second piece to creating larger access to solutions and creating impact is having this library of framed solutions. So we believe that calls to action need to go way beyond volunteer and donate. People need to be able to learn, to act, to watch, to listen, and invest. And we know there's a lot of talk around climate change, and that's really important. But all 17 of these UN SDGs are interrelated, and it's very difficult to work one without the other. And lastly, we need this impact feedback loop. So this is a lot more than just clicks and likes and shares. We're talking about concrete behavioral analytics that tells the content producer what the audience really does after they watch that content. So Plus Media comes in to answer these two problems. We offer immediate action, not separate from the content. We have a large engagement library that's framed around the UN SDGs, and we have a feedback loop that really analyzes your impact and can be designed according to the content producer's KPIs. And again, this is all growing out of my frustration with the lack of audience engagement and the overuse of awareness raising. So if you have a cell phone handy, I can give you a sample right now of what we do. You can scan the QR code here. This takes you to a live Impact Hub page from one of our clients called Peak Action. All of our impact pages are, in essence, white labeled. They are designed for the client, and the solutions that you'll see on your phone are curated and specific to that problem that is highlighted in the content. We included this slide avatar, and again, if you feel like scanning, this code is also live and specific to Avatar. We included this because Avatar is one of the highest grossing films of all time, and most people don't think of Avatar as social impact film, but it talks about rainforest and indigenous cultures. And if that $30 trillion film had gotten 1% of the audience to take action on rainforest or indigenous cultures, we might have been able to move the needle right then and there. So that's in essence what Plus Media does. This is our value proposition. We partner with production of any kind of content. We give the audience curated embedded solutions to take action or learn more. Then we provide impact analytics, which is very valuable to investors, sponsors, and even CSR reporting and other issues that help that content producer tell their story. So here's our leadership of our team: myself, Sarah, who couldn't join us today, and Tilly, who manages all of our marketing. We are asking for $100,000 of investment today via a safe note. The reason for this is we have several seed funders that are very interested in Plus Media. We are in phase 1 of Plus Media's growth. I can share with anyone who's interested the following phases of the company, but we need this bridge funding to get to those seed funders. We're also very interested in looking for introductions to content producers, and also always interested in solutions providers to further build out our library. So you've got one more QR code that can take you directly to Plus Media website, and happy to answer any questions.